Hello everyone, today we're going to walk you through the top 10 things that allowed the Zippo lighter to save lives. Its iconic rectangular metallic shape made the Zippo lighter one of the most recognizable reusable lighter there is. However, it was its windproof capability that propelled them into the pockets of almost 200,000 US military personnel during the Vietnam War. This is These Icons, and if you like to dig into some interesting facts about everyday products, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Known as a legendary and distinct symbol of America, the Zippo lighter was invented by George Blaisdell in early 1933. Inspired by an Austrian cigarette lighter produced by IMCO, Blaisdell came up with the Zippo as a way to improve upon this lighter's ease of use. For Blaisdell, the IMCO lighters worked well, however, its appearance and design were too utilitarian and inefficient, forcing its users to use both hands to lighten them up. In the search for his company and product name, Blaisdell used the zipper as a starting point, a product and name that he himself enjoyed a lot, and to which the intent of adding a note to the end of it to make it sound more modern and futuristic would end up creating the Zippo brand. Encapsulating the IMCO lighter chimney into a small rectangular case with a lid and a hinge attached to it, Blaisdell would end up reconstructing the Austrian lighter. Keeping the main feature that made it so functional, the small yet very effective chain allowed Zippo lighter users to usually operate it with one hand. This resulted in an attractive new pocket lighter sold at $1.95 that was backed by the now famous and trademarked Blaisdell's unconditional lifetime guarantee. It works or we fix it for free. In 1950, Zippo would be granted a second patent for its lighter design, which has basically remained the same till this day. In 1956, the company would end up launching the Slim lighter, a slightly smaller version of the original Zippo design, with the goal to appeal to women. However, this design would turn out to be a major success among men as well. In 2002, Zippo would end up being granted the trademark registration of its lighter design, which would reveal itself as a major contributor to protect the brand against counterfeiters. Most Zippos have a rectangular case with a slightly convex hinged top, typically made out of brass. Inside its case is where all the magic happens, with an open bottom metal box insert that snugs tight into the lighter's outer case. A spring toggle lever, a wick, a windscreen chimney, a flint wheel and a flint are held. The hollow part of the interior box has two main purposes. One is to encapsulate the 5 rayon balls which intend to absorb the lighter's fuel while remaining in contact with its wick. The second one is to hold the tube that houses a short cylindrical flint, which by being in constant contact with the exterior of the flint wheel allows the spin of the rough surfaced wheel to produce a spark, igniting the fluid in the wick. All Zippo components are replaceable, and a total of 108 manufacturing operations are needed to produce a single lighter. It would take 3 years after the first ever produced Zippo lighter for a patent to be granted to it. With the original application made by Blaisdell in 1934, the Zippo lighter would only be granted the patent number 2,032,695 in 1936. The mid-1930s also saw the first order to be raised to the Zippo manufacturing company. The order of 500 company-advertised Zippo lighters was made by Kendall Refining Company, and these are now considered highly prized collectibles. With the Second World War impacting the entire world, the Zippo manufacturing company was no exception. Ceasing its lighter production for consumer markets, Zippo dedicated all its attention into supplying the demands of millions of American military personnel who wanted to carry their reliable, easy-to-use and windproof lighters into the battlefield. This strategy would end up proving to be very fruitful for the company. By allowing the company's plant to remain running at its full capacity, Zippo became a financially strong and viable enterprise. In 1945, with the end of the war, Zippo returned to producing lighters for the consumer market. However, this time around, its brand awareness and American flair was now recognized all around the world. This recognition helped propelling the Zippo lighters into literally bigger stages. Featuring in more than 2,000 movies, stage plays and television shows throughout the years, the Zippo lighter has more screen appearances than any big Hollywood name. Its fame would also cascade into the music industry as well, with the lighters themselves being featured on album covers and wielded in Rolling Stone photo shoots. Its characteristic click sound, originating by the opening of its lid, would end up being sampled in many hit songs, leading the company to trademark it in 2018. And finally, it helped save the lives of at least 2 people. A Vietnam War veteran who has been gifted a Zippo by his wife before going to war would end up being saved by the simple fact that he pocketed it in his uniform. His lighter would end up stopping a bullet shooted at him during combat. Later, in 2010, reports emerged of a man who had survived being shot by a burglar due to the fact that the bullet once again ended up hitting his pocketed Zippo lighter. In 2010, this handy companion would be featured in Time's 100 Greatest Gadgets of All Time, right before its company's 80th anniversary, where the manufacturing of the 500 millionth lighter has been announced. From its invention to the way it saved lives, going through its brand and product name, design, components, patents, first orders, World War II impact, fame, and trademarked sound, these were the top 10 facts about the Zippo lighter that you were probably not aware of. And that's it for today's video, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave us a like and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to turn that notification bell on and let us know in the comments section down below which products you would like to see featured in future videos. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.